because it's starting. Alright, so what am I doing today? Once in the year there is this NASCAR competition. Since the Primetime Cup, which was a long league, does not happen anymore, hosted by the NASCAR team, the German NASCAR team FAZ. This is now the only NASCAR competition in TMNF that I know, and we have top players here. Dopamine, Panda are having the top daddies, as it looks like. Dopamine is always the favorite, but you see there are multiple basically NASCAR players in this race. There's also Rasi playing, and yeah, I will just participate. I didn't train too much here, so the chances of being super successful are relatively slim, but I think there are multiple lucky raffles or something. I will just drive and then we will see. You can definitely gain some money somehow. I didn't read through everything because there was way too much text in all the announcements, to be honest. What we will do is a NASCAR knockout race. So basically we have a multi-lap track here, which is NASCAR, and every lap the worst players, the last place drivers, get eliminated until then only one guy is left. And yeah, we had that also last year. There I got a position around 15. It was actually the worst position that I could have that allowed me to stay on the server. Otherwise the admins are kicking everyone after they are eliminated. But at some position you are allowed to stay, which is good for my stream. In theory, this would be now again my aim, to get such a position where I can stay on the server. I don't know if they will kick again, but I would just assume they do. As it's endurance, it's important to be consistent, obviously. But there are a few parts where it's tough to be consistent. We have your TMNF, that means we got Remsteins, that they can bug you if you go over them. And for example this one or this one, no, I slightly touched them, they can bump me out. But there are some Remsteins you kinda have to go over here. Also these outside ones. I was actually really sick first lap. Sadly it's just warm up. But yeah, we are gonna go live now. I will try to keep the interface on. 50 laps. I wonder if full speed this turn, but definitely not crash. But full speed is also important because you have such a long section here of full speed. And yeah, I think the map is not too great because this jump there at the end of the full speed section is not really smooth. Don't like it. It's very unsmooth. And kinda important for good time. Yeah, NASCAR basically is a style that consists out of a lot of flat corners, but sometimes you also have these banked ones. But in many cases you don't need to use the brake. In those banked ones, yeah, to get a pre-drift, you sometimes need to use it. In all the flat corners you don't. This here is also without brake, just an auto slide basically through it. And the last banked we are actually going no slide. So those are the lines. And otherwise it's just about release timing. And when you have two players next to each other, you can nicely see how they release. When each player releases. It's very interesting. You can do that at different moments in the corner. There are different lines possible if you have a combination of multiple turns. Also multiple turns into the same direction, like such a double left. Always different moments of when you can release. Quite interesting. And yeah, it's very high speed, which means that a mistake, and mistakes can also just happen due to bugs, that will cost you a lot of time. Hard to keep the focus and remember always which corner comes up. Might be beat, my local. That wasn't very good, and you see I immediately lose positions here. At these speeds, if you hit the curbs, the car gets a skid box, and with that speed, the skid marks will immediately turn into an auto slide, so you have to immediately release if you get that. This is a very weak lap. You see in the middle bottom, plus 1.4 seconds to my local record, I guess, that I did in the lap before. But with a crash it could be way worse, so. I always thought that NASCAR players could be extremely inconsistent, but nope. They are, because many of these NASCAR formats used endurance races as well, NASCAR players became extremely consistent in their driving. Surely we have a bunch of players here on the server, and some of the good players might have also crashed and are still behind me because of that. Because a crash would cost a lot of time, and you cannot really easily come back from this immediately. It will take a while. It will take some risks, which could then lead to another crash. Like when you crash early in this race, and you feel like the race is already over for you, then it is very difficult to continue on the best, with the best possible performance. So you see in the chat they are kicking people. My hand is done. Actually, my hand also starts to be done already, so it's gonna be interesting. 7/10 behind. Was again a weird bug in that loop that my car just didn't want to go to the right. See, my gap to first place is 7.6 seconds. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with this. Because I have basically no train again. Like, I'm playing way too many competitions to be trade for any of them. It's like I played it yesterday half an hour. And that's it. Just try to get the auto time over 2 laps. I would have played it even shorter if I was a bit more efficient with getting the auto time. I missed it twice very closely. I'm actually completely unfocused at the moment. I'm pretty lucky that I remembered where to go every time. This unfocusedness, however, is not bad here in this car. Because I'm just driving instinctively and take the turn with not too much risk, and it's fine. I have a nice flow with this. Yeah, what is this? For whatever reason, this looping is mega buggy. I have no speed in this full speed section now. I got an auto slide. There. Release in this corner now was again affected by a small bug in this loop. Also there's something weird. Oh. Might be that the music will stop at some point. There are quite some songs, but not too many, and especially no long compilations. And all these songs are just 2 minutes or something. Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah, okay, also I had a really nice start into the race, but the last laps were all pace-wise slow. Yeah, again, already over a second behind my lap PB. If I would continue to drive my times, also close to my PB every lap, then I would be actually top 10 or something. But here and there, small bug, here and there, small auto slide, and they of course lose a lot of time. That's bad. Again, over a second again. What, 11 laps already? Or I am in the 11th lap, the 10 laps. He lost the position? Now that I'm actually driving better again? I guess most people still have a better pace than me. So now the top players are driving super fast. I'm now 23 seconds behind first suddenly. You remember when I said it's only 7-8 seconds? Well, I was pretty happy that it was not more. I already did 4 laps or 5 laps. I lost not much there per lap. But now the average time loss is over 2 seconds per lap to the first placed driver. Oh, I was panic releasing now, so I have not much speed, but it was very close to slide out there. That can easily happen in that section. So now you cannot look into the middle for my position. You always have to look in the bottom right. Because this game has a bug. Once you cross 250 checkpoints in a race, it bugs. Driving, driving, driving. Sometimes I use the brake button even a bit. And I have the brake button on the different key than usual. But I still use the smooth steer pad here for NASCAR, even though you steer full most of the times. I might have better control with it. Racerlight. Racerlight is out. This is a really good NASCAR player. This bugged position is improving all the time due to the kicked players, I assume. Behind me is Simo, but it might be a different one. It's not Simo 900. But I have the feeling this Racerlight was next to me at some point. I have the feeling we soon come to the position where I get knocked out, especially because this bug position shows a 19. Maybe there are 90 players still. I don't know what it could mean. We might not play the full 50 laps, I'm not sure. Yeah, look, they kick players, now it's in 18 and now it's in 17. They kick 2 players every lap at the moment. That might change soon to 1 player. I have not read the rules. I sometimes forget this left turn, it's really dumb. But then I have to release this turn, and with that release there I can at least full speed the next left turn, and it's not a too big time loss. I'm always thinking of a different part with the looping, which comes after this corner, because this is the same scenario. You have a double right with this exit where the outside Ramsay is a bit scary, then it's looping to the right, and here you need to stay left to get a good line here. So they are very similar, but you need to exit the looping differently. There was this announcement in the chat, but I don't remember what it said. I didn't look. No, it's out of the chat. Out of the part of the chat that I can see. So my real position is 13 and the bug position shows 14. I believe that I'm soon out. It's a bit annoying that you don't really know when you're in close to elimination. But I made some positions in the last lap, so that I'm now 13th. Who disconnected? No KO this lap. Okay. I hear the bug. That will cost me a lot of time. I was very close to one player. Oh, okay. I'm forced into spectator, but not kicked. Guys, we have made it again. We have made it again into the position where I don't get kicked. So that means, and that's of course good as a streamer, I can actually watch the rest of the battles here. I got 13th and I'm really happy with that. I could have been one position further up and beat Goro, but ahead of him there is quite a big of gap towards Engul, who just crashed massively, which means that Goro actually has a shot in overtaking him. You see how much time that costs. So Goro is making one more position here, and Engul is gonna drop out, but Focus is already far in front. And then we got Storm and Valmara. We see Valmara here. They have a fight. Then comes KSH. She is a lot ahead of those. Going into the loop here. Also this is 2 checkpoints between them. It's crazy. And we don't also see anyone in front of KSH. Because Rasi is here on 6th place. And we see in front of Rasi, Yuki, Willy Gamer, who uploaded the TMX replay that I watched, so he is prepared. And Heelen. I don't know this guy, but he has a good local record. And then comes, of course, Kess, who is 3 checkpoints up and just makes a mistake. Did I spectate him? And in front of Kess is Dopamine. In how many seconds? 9. "10 seconds ahead is Dopamine." Yeah, it was the last 2 players get knocked out, but now it's only 1 knockout. Also Dopamine has a 10-second lead. But I have no idea what is happening with Panda. He is not here. Look who I have beaten. True got a disconnect. Okay, that doesn't count fully. Those guys here I don't know too much, but I know Mew. He is already long in the Nascar scene. Racerlight I've beaten. Blitze. Blitze was playing. That's also a very no name. And yeah, it seems like Panda was not playing, which is a little bit surprising, to be honest. But yeah, who is still in? Engu is out, Goro is out, Focus. But Focus is nowhere of Storm. And Storm and Mara was this battle that we could follow. There's the battle Heelen and Willy. But yeah, I'm really happy how I played. Like, I have barely any practice. I hunted a bunch of maps today already. And I had a completely clean race, no crash at all. And consistently okayish pace compared to what pace I went into this. Yeah, I had a good time early on. Oh, big mistake by Storm. I had a good time early on and then I was often 1.5 seconds behind. Oh god, also a bug now. Oh my god. Where's Focus? Focus also crashed! He had the chance! He had the chance to get Storm. They both fucked up. There's Valmacha. Has now quite a lead. And here we have a battle. KSH with Rasi. We didn't see Rasi when we spectated KSH earlier. There was a gap, but KSH is now there. He has also very good Detimania record. And we also see the other players in front of him. When we spectated Rasi, we saw these other players, but I didn't see Rasi when I spectated KSH. So he made a lot of ground. What a nice battle. I always click on one and he overtakes. Oh. Oh. I saw that early. And this is really bad, because look how slow he is now. And while Macha comes here, and Storm is there. But while Macha will catch up more and more. And by the end of this full speed section, he reached KSH almost completely. And there was a huge distance between them. This is just the one part you don't want to crash. And what happened is that KSH was too inside in the corner and hit the black line with his 2 left wheels. And was in the risk of an auto slide. So he had to open his steering to not get the auto slide. Couldn't full steer anymore. And he tried to maximize it through the corner. But then he touched the exit of the road, where the road ends. When we have a look into this part, then you see that this border here is curved. And he would have made the corner if it wasn't curved, still with a tough angle for the wall ride entry, but because of this curvature, yeah, because of this he touched there. So yeah, let's stay here. Dopamine in the lead. Let's see how big is the gap from Dopamine until the next player comes, which is Cass. And there is Cass, and there he goes. And then another big gap to Heelan. And there the battle still ongoing. Willy Gamer and Yuki. And there comes the Rasi, who is alone now. And here comes KSH. This time he survives it. And he is the last one to be in. Because... Ah no, Balmacher is still there. Okay. Wait, who was just catching up to KSH? Was it Valmacher or was it Storm? Whoever it was, he made a big mistake. But yeah, let's have a look at this fight. Willy Gamer versus Yuki. They are close together since quite some time. Yuki is a game I've never seen yet. Willy Gamer, is it also the guy that uploaded ARC replays? It was really helpful that he uploads stuff on TMX. Ah! Cannot be. Rasi also struggled a bit. Can they not keep fighting one? Rasi has 1.5 laps to overtake Willy Gamer. Because first of all, KSH has to get eliminated. But yeah, you see, despite them doing some mistakes here and there, they were so far in front of me. It is really difficult to keep up. The lines are... Oh, Willy Gamer just got a bug when I wanted to say that, but he survived the bug. The lines are so clean. They are overall so consistent with keeping a very fast pace through the corners. But they just have a good feeling for these corners, of course. They drive these corners a lot. There are not many different corner combinations that you can do. They actually caught up. Oh, it's super close now. Nice, we have a nice fight. Imagine how long they are driving already. And we have Rasi so close to Willy Gamer. Well, he was close to Willy Gamer. He had to try, of course, because the lap is over here. I guess that Rasi gets eliminated now. Or do people get eliminated when Dopamine crosses the finish? No, it is now. But Willy Gamer caught up to Yuki again. What the heck? I mean, he made a big mistake and he's back to Yuki. But Yuki also caught up to Heelan. So we have a huge battle here for the third place. And I'm pretty sure the third place gives quite some money as well. Pretty sure. I just looked at my iPad, Willy Gamer, what are you doing? I just looked at my iPad. Ach. So I have also France, Netherlands on my iPad next to me. And now he crashes. And with that it's not exciting anymore. I have no idea who Heelan is. From Korea? How do you write iPad, Uli? Interesting. The NASCAR comps work with nationalities. Ja. Oh my god. He might have enough lead. He could have saved it, man. Oh, he crashes as well. Yeah, also it would have been France and Germany as in many styles. I don't know if the other countries get enough players together, and sadly we don't see most of the flags here. Willy Gamer, France. Yuki, Germany. Dopamine is the Danish Dynamite. Cass, France. Rasi, Croatia, we know. ASH, France. Balmacha, France. Storm, Germany. Focus, Netherlands. Goro, France. Engul, France. Myself, Germany. True, France. And yeah. With so much France and Germany, it's interesting that, like, Dopamine, the Danish player, is kinda dominating NASCAR scene a few years now. But to be honest, Dopamine had an opponent, and that was Fluff. Fluff was a German player who was extremely strong, but he hosted the NASCAR Cups also a lot, and yeah, he didn't really play too much then since then anymore. But he was on that super high level in NASCAR. And then we got also Nexor, the speed fun speed player. He was also extremely good. So we got 1593. Yeah, it's still 10 seconds between Dopamine and Cass. Maybe Dopamine made some mistake, because he is actually lost a little bit to previously when I checked, and there was a mistake from Cass. So we should watch the victory lap here. This is the final lap to decide who wins. Ah, Devil. Devil is this guy. Okay. I'm a bit sad that Panda isn't playing, because apparently he has trained quite a lot. And he is the guy that, pace-wise, could challenge Dopamine. The others are of course also not far away. The thing is that the consistency also plays a big role, and Dopamine is just extremely good in that. But maybe Panda could have challenged him. I mean, one big mistake can of course change a lot. I haven't seen what happened in the front. Maybe Cass is actually having the absolute same pace as Dopamine, but he had one 10-second mistake. That puts him 10 seconds behind, and it looks like a huge gap then, but... Well, and this is it. Dopamine wins. And he's hunting now, this lap. He's hunting for a new record. Because there's... Oh yeah, you see, every turn is so perfect. You can really see how he hunts this now for the daddy record. He's not stopping. He's full going on it. There were a bunch of really good corners now. He's sliding. Ah, oh, damn it. Alright, and GG to Dopamine. And yeah, I'm pretty proud with my performance. It was pretty good for what it was. And yeah, the thing is, should I have really trained it highly, like a lot, during the whole week? Is there a chance for me with a really big amount of training to get fast enough to get a chance for third? It always feels possible, because Dopamine had such a huge gap to third place that you think like, come on, it must be possible to stay within half a minute to Dopamine. Must be possible somehow, and then you could get podium here. But yeah, it's really hard to say. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know where I could end up if I would fully train this, but hard to say. And I'm just not feeling like I would like to do that, training so long. These players don't need that much train, of course. But I would need to train basically whole NASCAR to get to that level. And then one mistake in the race can still ruin everything again. It's really sick. Okay, so I'm gonna check one more thing. They said they make this in the stream, but usually it should have been before the race. All the people that send in some Team X replays had a chance to get some money. So I want to check quickly if that happened at some point. Here's maybe something happening. Look at this. These are all the... Well, there were barely any replays sent in when I sent my replay. It's your 9th place. Ah yeah, here they do that. How long did they do that? I think that started there, okay. So I have the 9, I would say. Generate number. Between... One and 24. Oh, 8. I have the 9. He sent it 15 minutes ago and pushed me from 8th to 9th. If I was a little bit faster, for example, I could have had that 8th place. Was it just one player? Yeah, I think just one player. Man, that was so fucking close. Oh. I think it was 25 euros or something. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna just wait what the results show. I didn't read through everything. Who gets how much.